If we get on top of that building, maybe then we'll be all right. Just get out of his line of vision for right now. Uh-oh. There's a guy with a gun we do not want to deal with. Right? Actually, it looks much better this time. Much better this time.
What's up, selectors? It's Select Screen here. Hopefully you guys are having an awesome Wednesday. I know I am. It's been a long day. I've been up early. Your boy is making waves, man. We're doing some awesome stuff, right? Awesome stuff. And really excited to be back streaming with you guys today. Want to open up the Discord. We're going to be playing some WWE 2K24, talking about SummerSlam. Shout out to my man, MVP. The Colonel went over to his place after celebrating my wife's birthday and like the next day and finally saw SummerSlam. So that's why our reaction to that is so late. But nevertheless, we're going to be talking about SummerSlam tonight. And yeah, we should have a lot of fun doing that. I'm also going to jump back into, like I said, 2K24. I haven't played it in so long. So we'll do that. We'll open up the Discord and see if we can get Wrestling God Streams in here with us to talk about how he felt about it. And yeah, just open up the Discord, hang out a little bit. We have one major rule. That rule is...
Watch your profanity.
And
I mean, it's all right.
Sorry for cussing.
All right. So that is the plan for tonight. Hopefully you guys are excited. Make sure, again, to hit that subscribe button. If you're on TikTok, man, definitely follow us. Please share bits if you're on Twitch. That really helps us out as well. You can also give diamonds over on TikTok. That would definitely help us out as well. Help us to grow. And we can provide more content for you. All right. So that's what it's all about. We are about, myself and my sister Elmo 172331. We are all about providing a clean, safe space for you to come, hang out, talk about your favorite wrestling games, your wrestling shows, your fighting games, your action adventure games, movies. We just did Deadpool, all of that stuff in a clean space where you don't have to worry about any kind of craziness going on, right?
Sorry for cussing.
You won't have that on this channel. So that being said, we're going to jump into our new intro. I'm ready. I know you're ready. Let's go. Yeah. Want to give a huge shout out to Jubilee. Who shout out to Jumpin' Jubilee? Let's do this thing, man. I know you guys are ready. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, let's go. Wake up every morning, he blessing me. I'm out here choosing my destiny. He came and took on my penalty, so I'm out here. Yeah, are you out here choosing your destiny?
Choose your destiny.
Yeah. I'm out here choosing my destiny. Wake up every morning, he blessing me. I'm out here choosing my destiny. He came and took all my penalty, so I'm out here choosing my destiny. Are you out here choosing your destiny? I need y'all to choose your destiny. Hit that like button. Check it out. Yo. Slow-mo. Y'all know. Only God get the promo. We take risk out in SoCo. Move the gospel, act like you know though. 303 the springs, we hit Pueblo. In his word and will, we on tempo. On the front wheel like an endo. And the foe on the flow like Oladipo. Yo, no does. And we step up to that line. Free throws, running with a trilogy. Migos, man, this who we need to be. And we showing love to my city like my peoples. In Christ, we've given us life. Chose to die daily, I gave up the fight. Like him, seaborn, and him I delight. Giving on sight, all my work is just lied. Wake up every morning, he blessing me. I'm out here choosing my destiny. He came and took on my penalty. So I'm out here choosing my destiny. Yeah, are you out here choosing your destiny? I'm out here choosing my destiny. I'm out here choosing my destiny. I'm out here choosing my destiny. Yeah. All right, y'all. Glad you guys are out here choosing your destiny with me, getting hyped up and getting ready to go. This is going to be a lot of fun, man. Let's jump into the game with this button. And as you can see, I have not played this in quite a while. So I expect to be pretty rusty. There's let's see, save data is old. Would you like to update the save data? Maybe if my controller comes back on. There we go. Yes, sir. All right. That is good to go. And again, you guys have already liked and shared and subscribed. I know you did it. Alexis says, hey, I just followed you. How you doing? I'm doing great over on Kick. We're having a good stream already. Thank you for joining us, and thanks for the follow. Appreciate that. We've had a couple of people ask us if we want to do graphics and stuff like that. We do our own graphics, so we're all set on that if anyone is wondering. But yeah, appreciate people looking out. Man, I tried to update this beforehand, you guys, and it's still going. So we're going to talk a little bit about SummerSlam while we're waiting. That sound cool? We'll do that in the meantime. SummerSlam, man, was really, really dope. I'm going to bring in and see if wrestling is going to join me. Let's see. I'm gonna ping him one more time on our Discord. If you're not in our Discord, you need to be. I'm telling you, we're having a good time over there. And again, another safe space. I'm gonna ask him if he's awake. Are you awake? He's over across the pond, so he may. I know he wanted to do this. This was his idea. How's my stream going? I think it's going really well. I think it's going really, really well, except we got to wait for WWE 2K24 to update. Let's talk about SummerSlam, my thoughts before wrestling gets the ping, if you will. Yeah, I felt like SummerSlam 2024 was right up there with WrestleMania 2023. Man, WrestleMania was so good. And I felt like the card was crazy good, man. It was really, really good. Let me see if I can't get the match card pulled up. That is last year's card. We want, how about 2024 results? We could do that. And we'll throw on some jams, too, to keep it interesting. All right. I want it just nice and clean. Man, it's making me do the user agreement again and everything. That's crazy. We don't want to bury the lead. Sure, you agree. We're going to start with the lead, man. And the lead is Roman Reigns came back to knock out Solo Sikoa. And I think we can all agree.
Acknowledge me.
That was bananas, man. I was hyped. When I tell you I was hyped. Winners live grades from Bleacher Report. We'll check these out real quick. There were some things that I wasn't happy about with SummerSlam, but overall, I would give the card as a whole. Let's just pop back here real quick. This button, and we'll scroll through here. So let's talk about the card while this is loading up. Overall, I gave it an A as well. Sheamus versus Ludwig Kaiser. Is this Raw? I think this is Raw. This is not. Yeah, I think they're showing us Raw. I'm pretty sure this is Raw. This was the Raw after because, yeah. Damian had called out Finn Balor, and we'll talk about that too. Monday Night Raw results. Full SummerSlam results. There we go. My name is Select Screen. Thanks for asking. Who's Bara on TikTok? All right. What about Kick? We were talking on Kick. Alexis, sure, you can ask something. What other games do I play? So we play a little bit of everything. Both myself and my sister, we play just about everything except horror games, pretty much. So 2K, 24, both NBA, WWE. We play college football. We play Madden. We play Mortal Kombat. We play Street Fighter. We're in the middle of a Metal Gear Solid series. Yeah, all kinds of stuff. I'm gonna refresh this chat because it's not showing me some of these Kick things. Alexis, appreciate that. Like I said earlier, we are good on graphics. Thank you. It's me just joined. Thanks for joining us. It's me. We're usually early for this stream, but that's okay. I wanted to look at results, man. Can we get some quick results in here? Look at all this nonsense on the screen, bro. We just want... This is WWE.com, and look how, like, convoluted this is. Sheesh. Ads and craziness. All right. So, we had the Cody Rhodes. We'll just start with that. We're going to go backwards. Undisputed WWE Championship Bloodline Rules match. Again, the Bloodline Rules match, when you hear that, it's just anything goes. I don't know why they don't go back to, like, just calling it a hardcore match or, you know, all that stuff. Nevertheless, that match was bananas. It was absolutely bananas. I really enjoyed it. I gave it an A. It was great. And that's saying a lot because Cody Rhodes can be a mess. He can really be a mess. I think he can be kind of boring at times. But that match was an A. Solo Sikoa was really great. The rest of Bloodline were great. And then when Roman came out, man, I lost all my cookies. The World Heavyweight Championship match was a little bit disappointing. Or, no, excuse me. No. The World Heavyweight Championship match was awesome. That was Gunther versus Damian Priest, which I thought that was going to be the stinker of the night. They came out throwing heavy chops, heavy bombs. I thought that match was fantastic. Really, really good match there. The WWE Women's Championship match was also pretty interesting. I like Bayley, and I'm coming around. Yeah, I'm coming around to Nia Jax. Now that Nia Jax won, I thought that was a pretty good match. I like the way they're setting that up. I would give that one a B, but I like where they're going with that. Nia Jax and Tiffy time thing. That was pretty cool. United States Championship. Yeah, that had my man LA Knight and Logan Paul. It was a must win. A must win for LA Knight. He pulled through. The match was okay. For Logan Paul's standards, though, Logan Paul's pretty good, man. He's pretty good as far as an in-game wrestler, in-show wrestler. but it wasn't phenomenal. So I'm going to give that one a C, but I'm glad LA Knight pulled that one through. Intercontinental Championship. We had Braun Breaker versus Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn needed to get off that title ASAP because he's going, we want him to join the Bloodline again, right? Bloodline versus Bloodline. So that one got better as the rest of the night went on. Braun Breaker is what he is. I like him. I think he's pretty good.
Perfect.
But that was a good match to just get through. I think it was booked correctly, but I would probably give that one a C as well. And then Liv Morgan versus Rhea Ripley. How this one started out the show.
Remember,
Rhea Ripley has been gone for a while. She made Liv look amazing. Rhea Ripley is just, she's out of this world. That was such a great match. It had drama. It had good hard-hitting moves. Even though the whole gimmick of her arm being out of place was a little hokey, it still really worked for me. So choose your destiny of the night goes to the Women's World Championship. That was a pretty entertaining match. And again, shout out to Rhea Ripley for getting that one going. It worked really, really well. All right, I think that should be enough time. Hopefully wrestling jumps in here, man. We'll see what happens. In the meantime, we got the ECW Punk Pack. Thank you for that. And we'll throw on some sound. We should have sound there. Sweet. All right, so we've been doing WWE Showcase. Where are we in this? Right here. Let's go.
An incredible victory for the Ultimate Warrior there, becoming the first superstar to hold the WWE.
You know, we're going to skip this
and
just
Intercontinental.
because I know that TikTok didn't love this last time and we got banned. I want to make sure that we don't get banned. But I will talk you guys through some of the history of this match as we go. Let's see. Let me pull this. And pull this. And we'll get started. What did you guys think of SummerSlam? Let me know what you graded it in the comments. A+ being the best. You know, an F being the worst overall. And what was your favorite match? Mine again was the Rhea Ripley Liv Morgan match. That, you know, I thought Dom might betray her. I just didn't think it was going to be at SummerSlam. I really thought he was going to betray her later on. All right. Current objectives. Press circle in front of the opponent and grab him. We can do that. We can do that. All right, let's go. So we got Bret the Hitman Hart, the best there is, the best there was, the best there'll ever be, versus Roddy Piper. We're going to do a butterfly suplex.
Heading into the match, the smart money was on Roddy Piper, resorting to his brawling tactics. But he looked to try and wrestle with Bret Hart at the start, which led to predictable results, with Bret outmaneuvering Piper.
All right, we're going to skip some of that. Open up the offense a bit and cause more damage to Piper. Stop Hot Rod in his tracks by reversing or breaking his next attack. It's been so long since I played this game, you guys. There we go. In with a heavy combo here. There we go. Switching it up a little bit. TikTok, how we doing, man? I'll shuffle more of your technical. Up and X from the grab. Oh, I don't feel like that was a good. There we go. Who's bar never responded?
Piper continued to show glimpses of the old Hot Rod, but still tried to play by the rules. He was desperate to remain.
Now Slam Piper with an Irish whip pull back in the ring. All right. Oh, that roll out of the ring here. Come on, Brett. There we go. Missed him. There we go. That's exactly what we want to do to him. Stand up. Oof. Bam, got him.
Brother,
I wish they would stop going to the live footage, man. All right, he's going to throw everything at you, so you need to meet his fury with your own to cause damage. You can do that. Break out of that. Catch him off guard by knocking him to the mat with a running clothesline. There it is. Get Piper seated at the top turnbuckle and unleash another attack his way. Forget how you do that. Okay. I think you lift him. Oh, good reversal. Oh. Oh. There we go. Throw him in the corner. Lift him up. Oh my goodness, dude. There we go. Throw another jab at him. Back in this corner. And he keeps reversing everything. Oh, sir. Back in that corner. There we go. Give him a little taunt on the outside. How about that? Connect with an atomic drop. This match is going pretty fast, actually. Ugh. Go get out of that. Snap suplex now. Bret Hart is dope in this game, by the way. Nice, yeah.
yeah!
All right, opponent seated facing ringside on the turnbuckle. Seated. Is this it? Neckbreaker? No, that's a suplex from the top. Opponent seated facing ringside. How we doing, chat? Oh, get up. What are you doing? Oh, he tricked me. This could be bad. Or it could be good. Yes, nice. Back in the ring. Cousin?
Select.
Forget how you run.
Yo. Yo.
Oh.
Yo, select. Select.
Ooh, tree of woe. I didn't mean to do that. Oh, man. Damage to the face.
Select.
Let's see. How do we get him seated? Clothesline was vicious, bro. Try this corner. That didn't work. Follow that up with a huge, whoa.
Yo, select,
In
select.
front of an opponent. This thing has got such bad stick drift. With opponent dazed in the corner, press R to lift them to seated position on the top turnbuckle. Yeah, we had done that. I thought it was seated. I didn't think he had to be like on the bottom seated. Throw him here. Oh, reversed it. Uh-oh.
Select.
Uh-oh. Ring post. Ooh. 8 on that one. There we go. All right. Lift him up. You lift me up.
Yo, select. I'm in the Discord.
Facing ringside. Oh, he reversed it. That's why. Uh-oh. Ooh. Nice suplex there. All right, let's try it again. All right, lift him up. Try it again. Instagram, how we doing? This is not a neck breaker. Oh, because he keeps reversing it. Arl's in the Discord. What's up, bro? All right, let's check out Discord. Arl said he's in the Discord. I can't hear him, though. I'm in the chat. Something weird is going on with that, man. I can't hear him.
Hello?
It's not coming through.
Hello?
That is really strange.
Hello?
I'm thinking, let me try and change something, RL, because I see
You can hear me?
moving along here. Let's see.
Hello?
There's a settings thing for me here that I can't hear you. Discord should be in our voice
Hello?
chat. And voice chat. All right, try it now.
Hello? Hello?
Weird that we're not getting him, or at least I can't hear him.
Hello?
That's crazy. You're coming through on stream, but I can't hear you. Let's see. Are you there? Hello, hello.
Yo, select. Yo, hello?
All right, man. That's weird. I got something's wrong with my settings, man, where I can't hear you unless I go to a certain setting. I can hear you now, though. What's going on?
Hey. Oh, hey, what's up, man?
Man, I'm chilling, bro. I am chilling.
Oh, man, I can't wait for 2027.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, 2026, 2027, I can't wait.
Okay.
Who do you want to who do you need to see as the Avengers lineup for Doomsday?
Oh, that's a great question. I need.
Or who do you think needs to be in that lineup? Or who do you think is going to be the main actors of that? Who do you think is going to be the main leaders of that Avengers team? Who's going to have the more emphasis?
For Doom?
I know. Yeah, for Doomsday. I'm not worried about Secret Wars because you can take it anywhere with that. But
for Doomsday, I really think it's going to come down to Sam Wilson. I think they're going to, like I said, I think it's going to be a fight, and that's what the whole thing's going to be about. It's like trying to bring them all together and whatnot. But ultimately, it's like Captain America's role really is to help bring it all together.
And what about who do you think is the anchor being?
Ooh, anchor being? Gosh. Yeah, we didn't get a chance to talk about that last time.
Yeah, we did. Yeah. Yeah, I got a lot more questions.
Gosh. That's what's tough to me.
Well, if you had to narrow it down, or just at the top of the head, who you think it might?
Yeah, I mean, naturally, it's Tony, right?
Well, if not him, that's what I thought too. But if he's playing Doom, I just can't see it being him.
And yes, but then when I think about it, it kind of makes sense because at some point in time we set up in Doctor Strange that we're going to get incursions where everything, you know, two different worlds are going to collide, if not more. So like in the comic book, it was the Ultimate Universe and the 616, you know, normal universe. So maybe it is Tony, because the only way they're saying that can happen is if an anchor being dies, right? So Wolverine died. But what they did is they set up a way to kind of fix everything in Secret Invasion.
Right.
Or not Secret Invasion, excuse me, Secret Wars. Because I don't think Secret Wars is going to be like the comic.
And let me ask you this: does he need to be set up? His backstory, does all that need to be set up in Doomsday, or does that need to be set up in advance for you?
If they do it right, they would set it up beforehand. But and they could, because they've got Fantastic Four, if they decide to go that way. But it doesn't seem like it, because they're going to do Galactus. What is this dude doing? So I don't think they're going to set it up, but I like it when they do instead. I just don't, unless they announce something else. They've got to announce a lot more.
Would you like to see Spider-Man 4 or Doctor Strange 3 before Doomsday, or in between? Which one do you think is more important?
I would actually rather see a Wakanda. Something in Wakanda, because it's going to have to... We're going to eventually have to do this thing of adamantium versus... what is in...
Vibranium?
Vibranium, yep. This thing is not doing what I'm telling it to do. That's ultimately what we're doing. We got to somehow address that. Now, maybe it's that Wakanda show that they're talking about, but at some point in time.
What character needs to be killed? What stamp does he make?
Oh,
to pull people's hearts, Doom, to make us hate him. Because
yes.
I feel like what's about to happen, they're gonna make us love him first.
Okay.
But then I feel like it's gonna turn into a hate by the end of Secret Wars.
If they're smart, they'll do Pepper.
And the daughter and Happy has to. I know that's a sad way.
I don't think you can get rid of Happy. I don't think you can get rid of Happy, because Happy now, unless Jon Favreau really doesn't want to do it anymore, and obviously, again, spoilers here, guys. Obviously, if he's willing to come back for Deadpool, I think he still wants to have some kind of involvement. I mean, really, Jon Favreau is the godfather, even more than Whedon, right? Is the godfather of the Marvel Universe. I think that's the neck breaker, guys. Got it, sorry. So I don't think he wants to give it up. I think it's more about Gwyneth Paltrow. She doesn't seem very aware of what's going on, and that her story is somewhat over now that Tony's gone. And so to put have a Doom that looks like Robert Downey Jr. kill Pepper, I think that makes a lot of sense, because emotionally for us, we're going to be like, Tony killed Pepper, you know, even though that's not what's technically happened. Hey, we finished that one.
Perfect.
So I think that's what's going to happen.
A somewhat
I really
forgotten
do.
Classic sees the excellence of execution.
Moving on
So
to
do
the
you
next
think,
one.
who do you want to, what character do you think should introduce the Fantastic Four to the MCU?
I think they all do.
Or which character do you think should come in contact with them first?
Oh, with Doom? Again, if they're going to do this right, I would really love it if they focused not so much on Reed. I know Pedro Pascal's playing him. I get it. But I think initially, if you really want Doom to kind of have that jerk, because to me, Doom is not so much a villain at times. I mean, sometimes he is, obviously. But I would like to see him just be more of a jerk in the initial part and really mess with the Thing. And that can be a tearjerker kind of thing too, because if you can get the Thing right with Fantastic Four, then I think the rest sells itself. I think it's relatively with like Incredibles, having Elastigirl and stuff like that, it's believable that we can have someone who's really stretching. Even in Incredibles, it's realistic that we have an invisible person. But when we get to, all right, this is just a big pile of rocks for the common viewer, then I think we're getting somewhere. If you can make us believe that the Thing is important, which it shouldn't be that hard to do, I think you're in good shape. How do I pick up weapons? I don't remember. While holding a ladder to set it up, ladders can be set up in the corner. And then pressing X to place them. Cool. R1 to climb the ladder. If there's an opponent on the other side, fight. If you have a ladder finisher, you can do that. Oh, that's dope. Oof. What else, RL? You were asking about the being too.
Who?
The anchor being?
Yes.
Yeah. And I think because Tony's dead, you can then explain that's why the worlds are colliding. Does that make sense? Because if it's Cap could still be alive. And then who else has really died? I mean, you could say it's T'Challa. I don't think they will.
Thor.
Yeah, they'd have to kill Thor.
Ant-Man.
And yeah, that's what I'm saying. They'd have to kill all those characters, right?
Yeah.
And if they do an Ant-Man, then we're really in trouble because, again, I'm one that likes Ant-Man, but I don't know if other people do.
Well, what about the 10 rings? What do you think about?
I'm thinking the 10 rings is going to show up somehow in Captain America.
Do you need a part 2 of that film, or do you just
Again,
be happy if the 10 rings show up and that's it?
yeah, I don't need them to show up unless it's going to be Shang-Chi too, which that's rumored as well. But I need them to show up and not necessarily be. You don't have to do a whole bunch of story for it. What is going on? Is it Razor's Edge here? We have to do this whole square in front of opponent with the signature story. Okay. Yeah. But we got to start getting back to those stories because I think those are the best stories, right? If you really think about it, we've been doing the 10 rings now for a long time, but they've gotten away from it. Oh gosh, wrong button. Dang it. Say what? That's weird. But this whole aspect with his sister is cool. And Shang-Chi was just, I mean, of Phase 4, it's up there in my list.
Phase 4, how did it end?
Are we technically in Phase 5? Or are we still in Phase 4?
No, it's Phase 6.
See, that's the other thing. I didn't know that. We always had Avengers films to end a phase. So now it's like, well, because again, I thought, oh jeez, I needed that. I thought we were getting some kind of, at least a team up film. We didn't even get that. Well, I take that back. No, we did. We just got Deadpool. So I guess that's our Avengers team up film?
Well, which one?
Deadpool. I guess Deadpool would technically be that team up film at least. Hey, yo. Where is Ultimate at right now? He's missing his favorite match. Who do you think the anchor being is, though?
Peter.
You think it's Peter, really?
Yeah.
It would make sense that Peter is, right?
Or it could be Thor or Star-Lord. You never know. I don't know. That's just one of my theories. I'm not sure.
Ladder mini game. I mean, here's the thing, though. It's the Russos. So if it's the Russos, you know who they're going to pick. It's got to be Cap. It's got to be Steve. because that's their guy.
But I don't think they established that in the first film. I think they do that in the second film.
Oh, really? Because obviously it's not Wolverine. Well, oh, but you know what? Well, no, it can be trading blows. Hang on just a second. The gold zone appears as the minigame escalates. Stepping inside it, or stopping inside it will win it immediately, earning a reward and stun your opponent. Pressing left will determine your strike attack. Or taunt, okay. Each superstar can start trading blows once per match by pressing and holding square until the strike lands. May automatically occur at high stakes reversal or pin kickouts. Okay, this is new. I got you. All right, I see how it works. Dope. Here's the thing about it being Peter. Would Marvel take that chance? And here's what I'm saying is there's a chance Marvel could still not get Spider-Man. You know what I mean? If they got Spider-Man back, 100%. Should it be Spider-Man? Absolutely. But let's say down the road, right, during this phase, Sony goes, all right, we're not going to work out a new deal. And you've made your anchor being for that character. You see what I'm saying? It would, Spider-Man to me, I'd rather it be Spider-Man.
Was looking to prove that despite never defeating Shawn Michaels for the Intercontinental,
And you could say that the incursion started happening because, you know, he got snapped away, then it ties back into Endgame. It makes a lot of sense.
Do you think they could do the same story that they did for the first Iron Man, but he goes a different route? And do that for Doomsday, or his backstory, but he goes into sorcery? Do you think they could do that?
They could.
As far as telling his story in Doomsday?
Yeah. They could do what I think they would do. Instead of just doing Iron Man 1, they could basically retell Iron Man 1, 2, and 3. What the heck was that? Jumped on my back for no reason. So it's a combination. So, like, the first act of the movie is him, you know, breaking out. But instead of, you know, Jensen being there for him, it's just him. And nobody helps him. And kind of doesn't give him that life lesson that he needed. Then the second act is, you know, his first technical villain. Yeah, his first technical villain is actually Whiplash. And his suit is called the Ironmonger, you know? So they could do stuff like that. Oof. I wish they would somehow get to the Demon in a Bottle storyline, and I could see that happening now that Deadpool's kind of broken all the rules.
Yeah, what's
So maybe we
comic? Is that something else?
say that again.
Is that a different? Is that a Deadpool comic or is it?
It's an Iron Man comic.
armor.
But maybe the thing that makes Doom different is that he, you know, he's got an alcohol problem. Something like that. But again, that's if he's a variant of Tony. And I think most people, oh my goodness, how did that happen? Oh!
Choose your destiny.
Jeez. I don't think people want him to be Tony. And I could be wrong. I'd love to hear your opinion on that. I think they want him to be...
I'm 50-50.
You're 50-50? Okay.
Yeah.
Now, why 50-50?
He's a good actor, but then again, to have him on screen and him not play Tony Stark, I don't know.
Yeah.
But then again, he is a great actor, so he can. He played what's that Tropic Thunder character pretty good. So
He's a dude playing another dude. I can't believe people are really trying to give him a hard time for that. I'm like, you guys do understand that's the whole point of the role, right? Like, he wasn't. Okay, was he in blackface? Yes. Oh, get up. Are you kidding me right now? But was he, you know, it was a satire, you know what I mean? But yeah, you're right. He has the acting chops to do it. I mean, he was the best thing in Oppenheimer for sure. Who else do you think could have done it, though? Who else could have been Doom?
couldn't tell you another actor who could play that character, but obviously they know what they're gonna do with the story. I think that's why they casted him. So I know they must know something on where they could take it.
Yeah. There's got to be a reason on why we're doing this. What in the world is that?
Go on.
Good day.
Michaels, get out here. Oh my gosh, you guys. If I lose this match like this, not like this, not like this.
So I was gonna say I was gonna say this about Star Wars. Are you a Star Wars fan?
Oh yeah,
Okay, so have you kept up with all the Star Wars?
I haven't. I actually
Okay,
have
well
not.
I didn't know.
I'm going to.
I didn't know how. Okay, well I didn't know how. I was gonna say I didn't know how deep, as far and how connected, all those shows were. Like all the Star Wars, I didn't know they were all connected to like the bigger picture, to the bigger films, to the films.
Yeah.
I didn't know that they had like shows that were like some of the animated shows, how they were all connected.
Yeah.
I didn't know how deep, because I was getting somebody a ride and he was telling me how Star Wars is better than the Disney, not Disney, but the Marvel franchise. Just as far as continuity and like continuation of just everything being having to do with like the bigger picture of the Star Wars films.
Yeah.
Like the Bad Batch and some of the animated shows that they have,
Yeah.
on how deep they go
Yeah.
and how consistent they are. You were just telling me that Marvel doesn't have that, and that's what makes Star Wars better to him. But he did say But he did say the films, when it comes to the big event films, like the Avenger films, he says those are more entertaining than some of the Star Wars films.
Huh. I would think it's the opposite. And the reason that I say that is the reason I would say that is Star Wars, I mean, you probably don't have an MCU without Star Wars doing as well as it did. I mean, Star Wars, the original trilogy is crazy. Right?
Yeah, it is, but Endgame and Infinity War is crazy. If you kept up with that first Iron Man until Endgame, then I feel like, even though I know it's more films and it's more in depth with the films, and you don't get like those in between films like we've gotten recently with Star Wars. But that the New Hope, Return of the Jedi, and I forgot what the other film was.
Yeah.
You can't beat that trilogy for the time it was out. But as far as like a lead up to a big event film, I don't think you can beat what the Infinity Saga has done. And I'm also kind of scared because we didn't have. We're not getting that for this multiverse saga. They really haven't dove deep into the multiverse. That's why I really can't wait, because I know what the Russo brothers are about to do. They're going to show us something that's really pivotal in the multiverse, and I can't wait to see what they do with it, because I don't think we've got a good story about the multiverse or actually gone into it and have characters like come from it who are important and really change some stuff up.
Mm-hmm. And why do we have
but
a
I think
multiverse?
Doom, right.
But that being said, and this is what I'm saying against his point that Star Wars has better shows, maybe, I can even say more recently, a lot of people didn't like Bad Batch, and a lot of people don't like this new Acolyte show. And Marvel's had some stinkers too, but Loki season 1 is really good.
Right. But as far as the connections that Star Wars has with connection to the bigger picture films, it's more connected a little bit more.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I feel like with the Marvel shows, it's not too much connected, like as far as with She-Hulk and what's another show, WandaVision. We never got that connection in what happens now. Where's White Vision? Where's the other Vision? Where's Wanda?
Yeah. Yeah. And I think some of that is because Marvel is in a place right now where they're trying to fix things. And
can they fix it with these two? I mean, is it fixable with these two films? I mean, it's a lot of. That's why I'm really excited for the D23, because I need to see how they're gonna. I need to see what the films are gonna be before Doomsday and in between.
Yeah.
And then and then eventually I know I'm gonna be worried about what happens after, because what happens after. I feel like if the Russo brothers do their thing, because I heard they're already getting paid $80 million. If they do their thing, just give them X-Men. Just give them all X-Men, not some, all of it. Just give it all to them. I mean, that's the only. Because I really don't know what you do without them. because who's gonna do the next lead up film?
Yeah.
Because I know what they can do with X-Men, they got 20, 15 years, however many years you want to take it, they can take it. Even with Fantastic Four, well, even with every character they have, they can go 15, 30 more years with the Avengers and then move on to X-Men if they really wanted to.
Yeah. Well,
but I hope they do move on Phase 7. I hope they do move on to the X-Men.
Yeah.
Not phase the Avengers out, but there's a lot of story there with the X-Men, and you could do big event films with them and Fantastic Four.
Absolutely. The reason that, again, I would go against what he said, and don't get me wrong, I'm a big Star Wars fan as well, but I would say that Star Wars hasn't come to the place yet of understanding where they are. I think Marvel has. You know, they literally let.
I know what you mean.
Yeah, they literally let.
You think it's overkill or?
No, I think just Star Wars has somewhat lost me. And the reason it's lost me is, you know, I grew up watching the first three, not in theaters or anything like that. But they've gotten away from what makes Star Wars Star Wars. And that's unfortunate. And that is, for me, I know people are tired of the Skywalkers and all that stuff, but for me, it's about the Skywalkers. And I understand everyone's aged out and all of that good stuff. But I haven't watched Acolyte, I haven't watched Bad Batch. But what I see is, I'm not excited about the Force anymore. And that stinks. Because that's what made Star Wars so original. Got it. They've kind of messed up the Force. And that has taken me out of it. But they haven't admitted that they have a problem. They haven't admitted, like, oh man, we're not what we used to be. Where Marvel was like, okay, we messed up. Let's course correct here. And that's what Star Wars needs. We need to, if you're going to do a reboot, like, it needs to all somehow be about Rey. And you got to get Rey right, because I know a lot of people are unhappy with Rey. But if you can't get me to like your main character, and I do, but most people don't, it's going to be really hard for Star Wars to... Yeah. You see what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, I do.
Whereas with Marvel, there's such fandom, even though now we're kind of doing this anchor being, the anchor being in Star Wars is 100% Darth Vader. Everything has to do with Darth Vader. And so when Darth Vader dies, all right, you tell the lineage of, the prequels. All right, you go to the prequels. How did Darth Vader become Darth Vader? Shout out to X that said the showcase in this game is probably the best one in a long time. I'm enjoying it. It's pretty good. But Darth Vader, you go back, you tell the backstory. You've shown some side stories and how it connects in. All right, great. What's the next thing? Well, the next thing, obviously, is for Darth Vader's family to go on. All right, well, we had Luke. All right, we had Leia. Great. All right, they're kind of done now. All right, so they're done. Now what? you got to be able to do something else within that, because it's got to somehow tie back to Darth Vader. But I'll give you the perfect example. The Mandalorian. Those first 2 seasons are awesome. But I lost interest in season 3. I was like, all right, we saved the baby. Like, baby Grogu's good. He's with Luke. Why do I need to watch this anymore? And so that's what Marvel was running into, I think, after killing off Iron Man, is, we done killed our cash cow. Well,
Does Armor Wars? Oh, my bad.
Go ahead.
What about Armor Wars? What do you think about? Okay, so I'm gonna read out the. I'm looking at the list right now. I'm gonna read out the list to you
Yeah.
of just the films to come.
Yeah.
It's Thunderbolts.
Worried about that one.
May 2nd of next year.
Okay.
And then from there, it'll be Fantastic Four.
Okay.
And then in between, there's going to be a film that's unannounced, that hasn't been announced. That's right before Doomsday. So that hasn't been announced yet.
I
and
think
then
that's
you got
Shang-Chi.
That's where I question things, because do we need to hear from Strange? Do we also need to hear from Spider-Man? Do we need to see what he's up to?
You bring up a great point. You bring up such a good point.
And then plus, they also had Blade was supposed to come out before Avengers Doomsday 2. So it's 2. It's actually 5 slots, 5 empty slots.
You know, you bring up a really, really good point. I think we really do need to find out what's going on with Strange. But I can't see them doing that without.
Well, Shang-Chi, it has to be one of those like a Deadpool and a Wolverine. Not with all the cameos, but he needs to have a tag along, like just to make sure that we get those questions answered for 10 rings, because.
And you know what? What they should do is they should do.
Because was it Wong talking to Shang-Chi at the end of Shang-Chi? So there's already that tie-in. You already have that there. And the Hulk was there, and Captain Marvel was there too. So you already have that tie-in. So just gotta wait.
That's who they need to put in there. Is you got to clean up that Hulk stuff. I would put, as weird as it sounds, I don't know, because
no, it doesn't sound weird. Which Hulk are you talking about? She-Hulk or Hulk?
Oh, Hulk.
Oh, yeah.
Hulk. Right.
Both.
You've got to somehow fix Hulk, like,
yeah,
quickly, because
yes, quickly, yeah.
Depending on who you talk to, Hulk has not been great for a long time. Now,
no.
I'm one that I like Edward Norton's Hulk.
All right. Can we say that Hulk was kind of downplayed in Endgame? I didn't like that.
Oh yeah.
He was disrespected.
And not only that, but he just hasn't been great. He wasn't great in She-Hulk either.
Right.
It was like,
because then for that.
Yeah.
No, for that one guy to Hulk out, and then for the Hulk to challenge him to a fight, and then he's going at it with him for a while. It just didn't look good.
You're absolutely right. So take Shang-Chi, who's his movie was positive. Maybe it wasn't the best, but somehow he's got to tie in. And I think you do that. You do it with Hulk, and somehow, I don't know. If you don't, then you've got to go back to my one-off. What do they call them again? Showcase? Or what was Werewolf by Night? Special presentation. I have a sneaking suspicion there's going to be a lot more special presentations going on. Feige kind of hinted at they were going to go that way. And that could be a way that we fix some stuff. Because that needs to happen. Maybe we get Hulk versus Wolverine there.
I don't know about a whole film.
No, it would be one of those one-offs. I mean, it's an hour max.
Yeah.
Max, it's an hour. But then again, after Wolverine fights Hulk, then Shang-Chi makes an appearance, and that leads into his actual movie or something like that. But you can't, at this point, you can't just leave him hanging. Preferably, I would like, excuse me, a one-off like that for Doctor Strange. Especially because we're kind of over this whole multiverse thing. Have Doctor Strange and the other lady do a one-off, 1 hour. All right, we're going to get this third eye out of Doctor Strange. And that's all I need.
Ooh. Let's see who else.
Who could show up in Thunderbolts that we're not thinking about? You mentioned Thunderbolts.
Alexa Bliss is here. One of the most accomplished competitors in the women's division.
And why is that film? That's kind of confusing. I don't know how that film kind of leads into the big picture. I don't see how that.
Yeah, it's.
But as long as the post-credit scenes they all lead to what's to come up, I think I'll be fine with that. As long as they have the post-credit scenes, because how they set it up for Infinity War, it was always something that led to the next film. We always, each film was setting up the next film. Like from. Just because I've been watching post-credit scenes lately, and how Iron Man, Nick Fury came and talked to Iron Man, and then Iron Man went to go talk to Hulk, and then Agent Coulson in the field with Thor's hammer.
Yes.
It was the way that was set up. I guess I'm used to that, and I don't. I'd say I'm kind of iffy on what's about to happen now with how it's cutting close, and I do think they should extend. Yeah, I think they might have to push it back. They might, but you don't give RDJ those. I know where capitalism succeeds, so
Sure.
it's you gotta push that. They gotta fix it. And I do feel like the Russo brothers, that's the only way, but I hope they don't give them a lot. I hope it's not a lot on their plate. Because you could say that, I feel like I was watching Winter Soldier yesterday. Winter Soldier, I feel like that's my number one right now. That's my number one.
No arguing there.
Because I watched it yesterday. I mean, you got the best of Cap, you got the best of Nick Fury, Winter Soldier, and the power display of Cap. That first scene when he jumped out the helicopter without parachute. And then he got up to the boat, basically clear out the whole boat. You saw his power, his strength, his fighting style, his technique was different from that first Cap.
Yes.
And then you even brought George GSP to fight him. You couldn't go wrong with that.
That was incredible.
You couldn't go wrong. And then you have Winter Soldier with the knife flip. And you got Tasha and Cap. You don't know if you want to call it a brother and sister thing, or they could have had something going on together. You never know.
Yes. Gosh, that would have made
then you got
way
the
more
introduction
sense.
of Falcon. And then you got the introduction of Falcon,
Yeah.
which I feel like Winter Soldier needs to be a bigger piece of Cap. I mean, this Captain America film. I feel like he should be a part of it too. Because I wouldn't want. If you know you can call him, I would call him as far as for Pac. I thought they worked well together.
Yeah.
I thought that's what was going to happen. I didn't think he was going to get another Falcon. I don't really like that.
Yeah.
Even though I know it's comics, but I just really don't like him working with that other Falcon. You bring the Hulk into this. Does the Hulk come back into the Captain America New Brave World to help him fight the Red Hulk? Because he just smashed down that shield like it was nothing, and I know he's not there by himself. I know you just don't put him up there
I
toe
think
to toe with the Red Hulk.
it's got to tie somehow into Thunderbolts, because even though in the or even they're saying right now, like, hey, you know, the Thunderbolts has nothing to do with, or like they're not named after General Ross, even though in the comics they were, because his nickname is Thunderbolt Ross. They've lied to us before, obviously. They said they weren't going to mess with Logan's, you know, Logan's death, and what was the first thing they did?
Right, but they knew how to do it. They knew how to. It wasn't confusing to me. It wasn't. What? The story. I mean, it wasn't like I was confused with Deadpool and Wolverine, the story, and how that moved forward. I didn't have a problem with it. But I do feel confused as far as like you said, as far as with Thunderbolts and how they moved that story along. How Cap. It feels like I'm getting Winter Soldier vibes. I hope it's not the same story, but just with different. Just with the Red Hulk, and it's a different Falcon. I hope it's not the same type of story.
Well, it's got to have some kind of connection, because what's her name? Allegra DeFontaine, you know, the big old long name.
Right.
She's got to, I would imagine, she's going to have something to do with Thunderbolts.
And now she delivers her back into the ring.
And the guy with who's playing the King of the Serpent Society, I don't like. I hope they don't want him off.
Me too. Serpent
But I think
Society's
they're
not a
gonna
big
do it.
group.
Yeah. I think they're gonna do it because I would have liked to see him as Doom.
He would have been great as Doom.
Yeah, he would have been great.
But again, to your point, he said that he's going to be in this movie, and then he's going to be on some TV show. So could Cap or maybe Bucky get a show?
Looks like her opponent's not going to need a chiropractor.
I don't know. Do we want Bucky to have another show? Are we done with Bucky?
I don't mind Bucky having a show because he has the strength and he has those certain techniques and fighting style. and he has a connection to Wakanda.
Yeah.
I would like that to be explored. But with Cap, I don't know if he do a show. Because I was watching some of the scenes, and you know, remember his training scene? I was watching that, and it was just him doing a whole bunch of flips and catching the because I was watching something about this. It was a little clip on YouTube, MCU cringe, and there's a lot of things they messed up on as far as when it, just some of the mistakes as far as with the characters that they've had. Even with the Shield, like they were showing how a guy kicked the Shield in the air, and well, he didn't kick the Shield, he kicked the chair, and it met the Shield in the air, and it knocked the Shield away from the chair.
Oh, jeez.
So it was like that Shield was nothing, and then he also threw the Shield at somebody, and it didn't do any damage to a person.
Yeah.
So, and they just called it, and then She-Hulk, man, I didn't realize how that show is not that great.
You know what? I just thought of something else, though, that we've got to address. We're getting Daredevil.
Oh, yeah, I'm excited for that because when I thought that was a good Marvel show. That was a good Marvel show.
Yeah.
And especially the way it ended with the mom. And I approve of that version of Elektra too. I like that version of Elektra.
Yes. She needs more to do. Hopefully they can bring her back.
Right. But I know that they got 18 episodes, so I mean that's a lot of episodes.
It sure is.
That's a lot of episodes. That's a lot of episodes. Because I know it really hasn't been like that for a lot of these other shows. For them, when I thought they were going to be better with them having like the shorter episodes. I thought they would be much better, but those shows really were not that good. I thought Secret Invasion was going to be better than what it was. You still got to touch on that too. I don't know how you close that out. The Kree and the Skrulls.
Yeah.
I don't know how you close. That's why.
I don't know. Unless again
Scary.
you eventually set them up for Fantastic Four is what you're supposed to be doing, right? Eventually,
they're set in the 60s, yeah.
Yeah, we should be having Super Skrulls at some point in time.
Right.
And that's effectively what she was. But again, Marvel messed up by making them like sympathetic good guys. It's like, no, I don't want the Skrulls to be good at all. Like, what should have happened at the very least.
That's why that's what I thought they were going to do with the Secret Wars. That's what I thought Secret Wars was going to, or the next Avengers film was going to be about the Kree and the Skrull.
Yeah.
And how certain characters have always been Kree or Skrull for like the longest. Like with Rhodes, I didn't think they were going to do that. I didn't like how that story played out.
Yeah. I mean, bare minimum. Oh, jeez. Bare minimum, they should have let the Skrulls win. You know, the bad Skrulls win, and there we go. You know, like, all right, they're bad now. That's all you had to do.
Everyone needs to get out of the way of this fight. This feels so unsafe. Treating the torso to yet another attack, and that definitely makes sense.
They could have did something with like a little civil war with Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
They didn't even do that.
I mean, if you think about it, RL, there's so much stuff that we have not figured out yet. Like, simple stuff. Like, who owns Stark Tower right now? We still don't know. And I'm afraid that when we find out, it's not going to really matter. Like, oh, it was Fist. And it's like, really? Well, you guys couldn't have just said that like 6 movies ago?
Right. That's why I think I don't know for them to shoot 18 episodes.
Yeah.
And for him to be in, he's now in the MCU, so there's gonna be an appearance that I don't know which appearance, but there has to be a heavy appearance from MCU films. Because he made a presence. Obviously, he made a presence in that Spider-Man film.
Yeah.
And Kingpin is, if they're gonna have Spider-Man at street level, he might need to make an appearance. But I know Sony may not. But definitely Daredevil needs to make an appearance in a Spider-Man film, or Luke Cage, or
Oh my gosh.
any of those street or Fantastic Four.
Please.
Anybody who's in New York has to make an appearance in a Spider-Man or Daredevil film.
Yes.
Even with the Hawkeye film.
Alexa thought she had this one in hand, but now she's forced to
Just-
regroup. Driven down face.
Just bring back the
What a shot. Someone's got to get control of this
defenders and do that right.
great counter.
But you gotta do it right. That's the problem.
Lita with a kick to the body.
But I just don't.
That might
I'm trying to predict what movies or what shows.
feeling a titanic ship roaring through this crowd right now.
Well, it's more movies. I think that
It's all
it's.
coming to a head now.
I don't know if you bring Blade in. I think you missed. And I really don't want to see Wesley as Blade. I didn't have a problem with him returning as Blade, but I just don't want to see.
Too little,
I think
too
that
late,
time's
right?
passed. Yeah. But with Gambit, you can definitely do something with that Gambit.
Mm-hmm.
You can definitely do something with the Gambit.
I need to add that
Or with
his sound to our stream.
Do you agree? Elektra, she's done. That's it. There's no more.
Oh,
Jennifer Garner, Elektra. We don't need to see her.
Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think so. Even if she,
Blade. You need to see Wesley Snipes Blade one more time, or
I know Ryan Reynolds.
because I do think
wants to.
Mahershala would be great.
I don't know, because the idea is probably they're going to do Midnight Suns. I think if you're going to do Blade, you better hurry up, because we're almost out of time on Blade. And then it's got to be good too. Here's the other thing. If you do Blade and you're heading towards Midnight Suns, you got to introduce Ghost Rider. And I know Ryan Gosling wants to play Ghost Rider. That's another movie. We're looking at 2035.
That's why they might have to push. Yeah, you might have to push Doomsday and Secret Wars back.
Yeah. Unless you.
Because by the time we get to, my bad.
Well, go ahead, because.
By the time you get to Doomsday and Secret Wars, they said not Tony, RDJ will be 60.
Yeah.
So I'm not saying they can't de-age him, and I'm assuming they will de-age him on certain parts of the film.
Yeah.
But just the continuity of just how things come together. And
Yeah.
do you bring Blade back? I mean, because for Secret Wars, do you think? Because what I want my dream scenario, what I want the dream scene to be, is everybody who's ever played a Marvel character should be in that film. Everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Meaning from like the enemy, from the villains to, even if you go back to you said Ironmonger
Mm-hmm.
from the first, like he's got to make a comeback, and he's an underrated villain too.
Oh yeah. Oh
He's
yeah.
an underrated villain, but I do feel like every Marvel, anybody who's played a Marvel character needs to make an appearance.
Yeah. But you can't
in Secret
do what they
Wars.
did in Deadpool. You can't like subtly recast and say, "Oh, they're variants," because the villains are just as important in Secret Wars as the heroes are.
Right, but with those villains, do you need? I mean, because those villains weren't really fleshed out like other villains were that
Sure.
they had, and that were there, that they were standing across from. So I mean,
That's a very good point.
I know it's gonna be hard for them to get all Marvel. I mean, anybody who's played any Marvel character to be in that film, The Secret Wars, because that's gonna be to get all those people there, or to get them at those locations, and it's gonna be difficult. But I hope they can. But they have to get it done, because it has to be bigger than Endgame and Infinity War.
Yeah.
I don't know how you knock it out the park. I don't know how you top Endgame and Infinity War. I really don't know. I know RDJ, his name, to bring him back, that's pretty big, and the Russo brothers to bring him back. But
You
you're dealing with even more characters. I
Yeah.
don't know.
Yeah. You 100% then have to have A-list villains, right? The best of the best villains. But let's talk about who are the best villains. All right. Obviously Thanos. I think Ironmonger was in there. Obviously Doom.
Yeah, Doom, yeah.
Um,
Cassandra Nova. See,
you could put her in there. Now Killmonger,
Killmonger, yeah.
that would be something. Trying to think of some that aren't so obvious that maybe we haven't thought. Or it might be easier to say the ones that I just don't know if you want to bring back, like the bad guy from Doctor Strange 1. Not
I think you
Dormammu,
bring-
but
Yeah. I know. Yeah, you could bring him back.
I mean, will people recognize? I forget his name. I can see his face because
I don't remember his name, but I remember his face, and I do remember who you're talking about.
Trying to think what other villains. I mean, Whiplash is not coming back. Can't bring back anybody from Guardians.
You can bring back Namor.
Yeah, you have to. That's another character, man.
But Namor, he didn't get his just due as far as like that story between him and Black Panther. He didn't,
Yeah.
and how it actually was supposed to play out, or how it should have played out. Because I mean, just they downplayed him too. I mean, but he was good. I did like his depiction of Namor.
Yeah. Yeah.
But also, who else? Yeah, like. Well, I know
Abomination.
everybody's Abomination. Everybody's, all the ones that I can think of are one-offs. Like, have been killed off.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but you can bring them back because it's comic book film. So I mean, if they're bringing RDJ back, you can bring Widow back. You can bring
Yeah. And maybe it has to do with the void. Maybe they're in the void.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
So, okay. All right. I don't know. Fortunately, we get
That's
to
why.
see.
That's why I think DC, once they get off the ground, I don't think there's no. I think once they get off the ground, I don't think nothing's gonna stop them. That train from
I will say
what
I
they
have
have coming
underestimated
and
James
what
Gunn. For sure.
you said. What?
I've underestimated James Gunn.
Yeah, I have too. But I do believe that once they get it off the ground, it's gonna be. Because I know he named this first phase. He's not calling it a phase, but he called it Gods and Monsters.
Yeah.
I don't
think
like.
it's
I don't like.
chapter.
I don't like. Yeah, chapter. I don't like. I mean, it looks decent. That Creatures of Commando show. It looks decent. But as far as I do like the lineup, and I know with Iron Man, it had to start somewhere. So,
Very true.
but I do like his lineup and how they're bringing in Damien, how they bringing in the Bat family, and how there's a lot of characters in this Superman film, and I know that they'll be competing with what's it called, with the Fantastic Four next year.
Yeah. I hope there's some
That's,
surprises too.
And Superman.
Yeah.
Oh, I think there's gonna be a lot of, because that's setting up the universe. So I mean, I can't see why they wouldn't be surprises.
Yeah.
Did you check out the Crisis on Infinite Earths?
I started it. So when my wife and I aren't watching a series, and she's like, "I'm going to sleep," then I turn it on. So
Okay.
I'm about
I don't
halfway
have
through.
HBO Max.
Okay.
How was it? How did you like it?
It's cool. The thing about DC to me is they always do animation better than Marvel.
Yeah.
Their stuff is great, man. And I mean, just watching, I think I'm like 20 minutes in. It's literally about the Flash. Like, he doesn't know what's going on. He's running through time, but then at time he's getting like ripped through time. And I mean, he's been to all these different Earths and all of this stuff. And I'm like, why didn't you guys just make this the Flash movie? Like, this would have been awesome. And maybe they will. You know, maybe they're gonna. I gotta correct myself a little bit, because one, they haven't put out an official film yet, and two, they do have a plan, and three, they have James Gunn.
Right.
So I gotta agree with you on that. Like, they have the potential.
And they could snatch the Russo brothers if after Doomsday and Secret Wars, they could snatch them up.
They could. I mean, you can argue.
'Cause I heard about them snatching Chris Pratt. They might snatch him up.
Yeah. But you can even argue that they don't need the Russos because of James Gunn. Because really, who's the other director that's made consistent good movies for Marvel? It's James Gunn. I mean, all three of the Guardians
Right.
movies, no matter what order you put them in, they're in the top 5 at least.
Right.
Those movies are excellent movies.
Yeah, they are.
So, I mean, they may not need superstar directors as long as
you're right.
Gunn's, you know.
Because I now that I think about it, I think about the Suicide Squad, and he did his. That was a lot of different characters, and I thought he did great with even the Rat Girl.
Yeah. And again, for me to say that, because I hate rats. I hate them, but
Oh, so do I. Yeah, I hate them too.
but I mean, she was a compelling character in that movie. I might try
Right.
and watch that movie tonight. It's been a while. But no, you're absolutely right, man. Like, it's good stuff there. But hey, my friend, I'm gonna jump off, and my kids are being like super
Let me
quiet.
say. Let me say one more thing. France made it to the finals. France made it to the finals.
France made it to the final, so it's gonna be France and USA.
Well, they play. Man, I don't know if you saw. I know I've been talking about the Olympics. Let me make it real quick.
Yeah.
About basketball, but I've only started watching it until they got to knockouts rounds, and that was a couple days ago.
Okay.
And Canada, man, Jamal Murray, he didn't show up, and I thought if he would have showed up, that would have been
Oh, he
it would
did.
have been a different game. No, I mean, no, he played. He was in the game, but he wasn't. He didn't show up like he showed up. Like we've seen him show up. He only had 6 points. I think he only averaged like 6 points a game.
Oh man. Because I saw Canada was featuring him.
Yeah, well, he was starting. He was but it was just Shea. He was doing. It was him. But if Murray would have showed up, it would have been different. But I'll say this: Jokic yesterday, he was putting in work against Australia. Well, Patty Mills, he was putting in work too.
Okay.
But Jokic, I've never seen him run fast. He was running. Yes, he was running fast. I've never seen him run fast. He's playing different yesterday.
Okay.
Yeah, he's playing against Australia. But Patty Mills, he was going off too. He was going.
Patty's still around, huh?
Yeah, Patty Mills. They call him FIBA Patty.
FIBA Patty.
But yeah, he was going off. But Jokic, he took control of that game. He took full control. I mean, I think that might have been the best performance I've seen out of the Olympics, out of this year's Olympics.
Wow. I haven't heard a
word
about Giannis.
Yeah, well, they got knocked out. He was doing his thing, but it was just him. So he didn't have all four of his brothers. I feel like he didn't have all four of his brothers. They had all four of his brothers. I think it would have been a little different.
Okay.
Just Thanasis, he can play, but he didn't play this year for the Olympics, but it didn't go as they wanted it to, so he got knocked out. I think they only won one game.
Wow.
So,
man, see,
but
I need to hurry up and get up to speed.
Well, tomorrow is a semifinal for Serbia and U.S. So.
Oh.
And that was one of their I think that's one of their toughest opponents.
Yeah. Dope.
But I know France, they're in there now. They're in there.
France, I knew France was going to be a problem. I just knew.
I knew they were too. I know we spoke about it, but I didn't think they would get past Germany, because Germany, they beat Germany beat France in the opening round. So they beat them once in the opening round, so they got past them.
Okay, but we're definitely in the elimination rounds now.
Yeah, we're in the elimination round. So tomorrow is the decision to see if U.S. or Serbia goes to the finals of the Olympics.
Okay. Yeah, I need to.
Other than that, that's it. But that's all I had to say. And then Wemby, he was doing his thing, and who else? I'm trying to think of who else. LeBron, he was doing his thing. Anthony Edwards, Booker, And B, he's the only one that. That's where I want to see. That's where he's gonna have to show up. And then Tatum, I'm still trying to understand why. I don't know if you heard about the beginning around of how they benched Tatum.
They benched Tatum?
Yeah, or DMP. They didn't. Yeah, they benched him. They benched him.
Why?
You gotta look it up on YouTube. Kerr just said it was a stupid decision, but
Okay.
I don't know if it has something to do with what's his name? This guy's name, Jaylen Brown. I don't know if it has something to do with him. I don't know if there was words.
Okay.
But he's been playing now. But just that for him to come off a championship and Holiday was getting more play. White was getting more play. They didn't bench White. They didn't bench Holiday. But they benched Tatum. That's
Wow.
that was a big thing in the beginning of the tournament.
Okay.
But I think they fixed that.
Okay. I'll look that
But yeah,
up.
Serbia at 2 p.m. tomorrow. That's gonna be. I think that might be the best. Well, I feel like that Australia and that what's it called? That Serbia was the best game of the tournament because the way Patty Mills and Jokic, like I said, I never seen Jokic run that fast, and Jokic has a beard now, so and he was getting rebounds. He was running. He was doing his thing. He was hustling. It was a different type of hustle. And he definitely showed he's definitely the best player in the world. That to me, that's what he put himself back on the map with that game yesterday.
Wow.
Because was he MVP this season?
You're
If
saying,
he wasn't, then he definitely proved it. He definitely proved that he's the best NBA player that's on the court. Yesterday.
Yeah, Jokic won the regular season, and then Brown won the finals, which
Yeah, he might get MVP of the tournament. Jokic.
Okay.
Or it might be Wemby. It depends on if. But France, they got some good players. They got some shooters.
Okay.
And so does Serbia.
All right.
And Germany.
Yeah, those are the
But
names
I'm
I
gonna let you
expected.
go, man.
I appreciate it, man, and yeah, I'll get up with you again soon.
All right.
All right, shout out to my man RL. I was trying to get some DLC here, but it ain't happening. To update our game for next time. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the stream, man. Shout outs again to RL. And we didn't get wrestling in here like I wanted to. We got a new selector in here I wanted to bring up as well. Shout out to L, who joined us over on YouTube. You guys can find us at linktr.ee/select screen. That's 5ELECT 5CREEN. Good stream tonight, man. I had a lot of fun. Hopefully you guys did too. Do two things for me, though. Be kind to one another. And
Remember
two,
Choose your destiny.
my name is Select Screen, and I'm out.